That's right, I am officially challenging you to make $10,000 in 30 days. In this video, you will learn how it's possible to achieve this and exactly what you need to do step by step to make it happen. But since it's probably the first time you and I meet, why should you listen to me? My name is Fred, and I went from struggling financially over 5 years ago to building a profitable consulting business that makes me upwards of $1,000 per day in my early 20s. So if you watch this video until the end and you share it with a friend to thank you, when we get to 100,000 subs, I will be giving away $10,000. So first, why should we even bother to do this in the first place? Why set the goal to make $10,000 per month in 30 days? The reason for this is actually simple. Have you ever heard of Parkinson's law? Parkinson's law simply states that work expands so as to fill the time allotted for its completion. If this sounds confusing, what this means in plain and simple English is that the longer you allow yourself to complete a task or to reach a goal, the longer it's going to take, because chances are you will waste a lot more time than necessary. And the thing you really need to understand is that time is infinitely more precious than money. But unfortunately, we've been taught by society that time was a commodity, that we should sell our time, when in reality you can make as much money as you want, because money is just digits on a screen, numbers, but you cannot get your time back. You could make $1 billion, but could you live up to 1 billion years old? It's physically impossible to do it. And selling your time is not the most efficient way to make money, for the simple reason that your time is extremely limited and therefore precious. And even if you were super determined, you could not spend 24 hours per day, 7 days a week working. So as long as you're paid for your time, you're always going to hit an invisible glass ceiling when it comes to how much money you make. And that's why individuals do not get rich, but businesses do. And growing up in the lower middle class, I saw this firsthand. To give you an example, my mother would often spend hours of her time filling out online surveys just to get free products or discount codes from the grocery store. And I get it. When you are in a difficult financial situation, it makes sense to do it. You do whatever you have to, whatever you can. But staying like this for the rest of your life is a guaranteed way to live a life you will regret. Which is why from a very young age, I took responsibility for my and for my family's financial future, because I realized nobody was going to come in to save us. So it was my responsibility, my duty in fact, to become successful and wealthy so I could provide not only for myself, but also for my family, because who else was going to do it? No one. And so in the same way, no one is coming to save you. Your success or lack thereof is your responsibility. Growing up in the lower middle class, I knew so many people who wanted more out of life. They wanted to make more money, to be in better shape, to drive better cars, or to just have more fulfilling lives in general, to make a living doing what they love. But they spent most of their time complaining, wasting time, and never taking any action. So in life you can do two different things. You can choose to be a victim, but victims never get anything, they never succeed, their dreams die with them, which is the worst possible thing that can happen to you. Or you can have the attitude of a victor, of a winner, and you can just roll up your sleeves, do the uncomfortable things you need to do to succeed, and then one day you'll be successful, and you'll look back and you'll be so damn proud of yourself. People will call you lucky, but they weren't there when you got up early, when you put in the work for hours relentlessly. There was no one to applaud you in the darkness, only yourself and your fears, your doubts. So now that you understand why we want to sell value instead of selling time, we need you to find a niche, which is a group of people that shares similar desires, problems, and pain points, because we want to sell these people and offer the solution to their problems. To give you an example, back in 2022, I originally started by helping entrepreneurs to book more meetings with their ideal customers. That way, they could pitch more people and increase their revenue. And it worked. It was an offer which was in high demand, and even to this day. And nowadays what I do is that I help ambitious individuals to build a profitable consulting business so they too can obtain financial freedom just like I have. Some of my clients, they do lead generation services. Some do coaching, for example, fitness coaching, emotional intelligence coaching, or different types of coaching offers as well. Because ideally, if you can make a living doing what you love, wouldn't it be even better considering the amount of time we spend at work in a lifetime? We spend more time at work than sleeping, and we spend at least 1/3 of our lives sleeping. So it's a lot of time when you do the math. Because I genuinely believe there's nothing worse than maybe being a high-paid executive in a big company, but you have no time and you hate what you do. It's like it sours everything. It makes you bitter and resentful, because you might be earning 6 figures a year, but if you work 80 hours a week doing a job you hate, how sad is that? That isn't success to me. Success to me is waking up in the morning knowing I get to control my day, knowing I make the decisions, knowing I have more than enough for not only myself but also for the people I love. Which is why, to help you, I've recorded a video in which I'm going to share with you everything I did step by step to make upwards of $1,000 per day with my own consulting business. And I'm also going to reveal the only 3 things you need to focus on doing if you're serious about building a profitable business and becoming financially free. I will leave the link in the description below, or you can directly apply to book a call with me or my team, and we'll see if we can help you to build your business. So now that you know who you're targeting, what painful problem you want to solve for them, how do we go about getting customers, and how do we do it without breaking the bank and having to invest thousands of dollars per month at the bare minimum into paid advertising? So back in 2018, service providers were seeing lots of success by sending out cold emails to potential customers. But to be completely honest with you, today, cold emails are dead. I personally know a guy who's in e-commerce com, and he sends out, I think, over 1,000 cold emails per day, 6 days a week. So it's like almost 30,000 emails per month that he sends out. And guess how many meetings per month he's booking with his ideal customers? 4 to 5 meetings on a good month at best. But me, I'm able to have 10 calls booked in a single day, and I send no cold emails to anyone. So unless you're doing a very specific B2B offer and you do a lot of volume, cold email is dead. Nowadays, the most cost-effective and lucrative method to get customers on autopilot, to even get paid to acquire customers, is to make targeted content on social media. So when you post a piece of content, not only is it free to do so, but on top of that, if your account is monetized, you get paid. And this method allows me to get hundreds of qualified leads per month for my business without having to spend a single dime on paid advertising. You can literally scale your business to $100,000 per month with only organic marketing. So in 2025 and in the years to come, content creation is a key pillar in our customer acquisition process. If you don't want to make content or to build a real brand, have fun staying broke, it's not my problem. The businesses that stay old school, they prefer to send out cold emails to barely get a few replies, or they simply rely on referrals to grow their practice, they will quickly go extinct and declare bankruptcy, because the world is always moving, the market is always evolving, and if you do not evolve with it, no one and nothing will be able to save you. It's like when Netflix came in and completely annihilated Blockbuster, because with Blockbuster, if you wanted to be able to watch a movie, you'd need to go into a physical store to rent it and then to take it back. But with Netflix, all you need to do is to plop on the couch, turn on the TV, watch your favorite shows, that's it. No need to go into a physical store and then go back to the store to give the movie back. So Netflix eliminated all friction. So of course Blockbuster didn't stand a chance, and that's why it went bankrupt. But making content is one thing, but we need to make the right type of content, because it doesn't matter if we get millions of views if they're not from our ideal customer avatar. You need to make content specifically designed to attract your ideal customers to you. I could make a short right now on the top best tips to lose fat and to still get in shape while eating the foods that you love, and I could get thousands of views on it, but for me it's worthless because I'm not in the business of coaching people to lose weight. Now once you're able to garner attention, what do you do with all that traffic and all this attention? How do we monetize it exactly? You see, most huge influencers with millions of followers make their money through mainly AdSense revenue and brand deals, so sponsors. But obviously when you're a small account, you will not be able to make a living from these things. But to be honest with you, even if you had a huge audience, this would just be icing on the cake. So the smart influencers, regardless of how many followers they have, they not only get paid for brand deals and sponsorships and AdSense revenue, but on top of that, they sell their own products. And that is where the real money is made, because you build a real brand and empire. And the most efficient way to turn viewers into paying customers by far is to sell high-ticket services or products. Typically, the price of a high-ticket product is anywhere between $1,000 up to $5,000. Of course, it depends on what you sell and who you sell it to, because regardless of what you're trying to sell, you need to make sure people want what you have to offer, they understand the value they will get out of it, and they can actually afford it. If you try to sell a $5,000 offer for your average 15-year-old, they couldn't afford it. However, there is a workaround. Let's say you were to help students to get better grades, to go into the university of their dreams. That is an extremely painful problem you can solve for people. But instead of selling it directly to the 15-year-old who will not be able to pay $3,000, for example, you would have that conversation with the 15-year-old, and then it's their parents that make the transaction. Because typically, parents want their kids to get the best grades possible and to enter the best universities, because they still believe that the best way to make money is through university. In reality, it's not. And I highly suggest that if you want to yourself be a successful business owner, you don't need to go to university. You will not learn how to do business from broke university professors. However, if you want to become a doctor, a lawyer, a surgeon, an accountant, then if you have to go to university, then obviously you have to go. Now, to be completely honest with you, the only thing standing between you and making $10,000 per month and being financially free, it's simply the decision to commit to doing what it takes and to follow a proven step-by-step process. So if you are part of that minority of ambitious individuals who's committed to build a profitable business, I invite you to check out the free resources in the description below, or to directly apply to book a call with me or my team, and we'll see if we can help you. With that being said, I'll be waiting for you on the other side.